Jason, you've been a low turnover team for most of the year, 8 in the first quarter. Do you think that that's what prevented you guys from, perhaps, pulling away or at least taking advantage of the fact that those guys, missed 18 of the first 20 shots?
Yeah, I thought the defense was there. It was a real high-scoring first quarter, I think 19-14. Turnovers is something that hasn't been a problem, but was a big problem to start the game. Normally we get shots, make or miss, and we just didn't get that in that first quarter. And then we start to miss shots, and we start to hang our head and get into our feelings, and that just can't happen. We're not going to be a team that's going to shoot 70% again. We said it before the game. New Orleans is going to play hard, and they played hard, and they wanted to win more than we did tonight.
What was your message to the team after?
Well, it's very short. We'll see you tomorrow. We got shoot around tomorrow. We got Memphis.
Okay.
How much of the offense being this much worse as compared to Wednesday was because of KP's absence, and how much of it was other factors?
Yeah, I think we can't take anybody lightly. Anybody can be beaten. They went into Utah, beat Utah. They went into LA and beat the Clippers, and so to understand that what happened the game before, it's over. There's nothing you can do to change it. This is a different game, and we have to understand that. We have to be grown-ups about that, and we just didn't do that tonight.
Jason, Luka spent a lot of time in animated discussion with the officials tonight. He tends to do that. What's kind of the balance between him lobbying for calls that he thinks he should be getting and him focusing on playing 5-on-5?
Yeah, I would, Tim. I would lean towards playing 5-on-5 a little bit more. You're not going to get any calls. The officials, they tend not to stop the game to change calls. So you have to understand if you're going to. There's a point in time in games, dead balls, to be able to talk to the officials. But while the game's going on, transition defense is one of the things that we've talked about. But we have to get better. If we're lobbying for calls during live play, it puts us in harm's way. And again, I think we gave up 20 fast break points, to a team that we held to 6. Just some things got to be a little bit more important. And I think we're going to get better at understanding as a team when to talk to the officials and when not to. Not just Luka.
The the laundry list is kind of long, but the rebounding tonight, was that just a matter of, why not the effort on that in that department?
Yeah, I think the effort, grading system was very low all the way around. As you said, there's a long laundry list. We could be here until tomorrow's game time to talk about the things that we didn't do. But we have to stay together, learn that you can't look at the record. Everyone's a pro. And that's just, character and also maturity for our team to get better.
One last one on Zoom and then we'll be done. Kevin?
Great 105 to the fan. Jason, you've talked consistently about this team not hanging their heads when shots aren't falling and making sure that they're still staying locked in defensively. How is that message, and why isn't that message necessarily resonating the way that it should be, given the fact that you've discussed this multiple times, it seems like?
Well, that's easy. We're built to play offense. We're not built to play defense. We're built to shoot the ball. And when the ball's not being shot straight, we tend to feel bad for ourselves. But the funny thing is that our opponent doesn't feel bad for ourselves. So we have to get out of that mode, understand no one's going to shoot 100%, and that we have to help each other on the defensive end. If not, we're going to have, we're going to be up and down all season, and hope that someone can carry us like Luka or KP, and that's just not fair to those two guys.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you. Just talking about this team's tendency to hang its head when shots aren't falling.
Mm-hmm.
How collectively do you address that?
We address it quite often, so I know, this is a thing, like when you don't make your shots, obviously sometimes energy stops being there, but we have to continue playing the same defense. The first quarter, we ended up 19-14, I think. Our shots weren't really falling either, but we played good defense. even though we were a little bit sloppy on the offensive end, you know, with the ball a little bit loose, had a lot of turnovers, and we got to stop that. We knew that they were coming out playing hard and physical today after, you know, the last game. So we had all the answers. We were prepared for that. The coaching staff told us everything, but we as a team didn't come together and you know, had the right answer. And we definitely have to change it, because there will be nights where we don't make the shots. You know, the whole league is kind of struggling with shooting a little bit, but we can't have those letdowns that we had like today, and especially on defense.
When you say the team didn't come together, was it a lack of communication, or what would you?
What do you mean?
Why weren't you able to come together and kind of solve that, like you said?
The defense part?
Yeah.
No, we talk about it. You know, it's as a team you can only address it so much. Everybody has to like look at themselves too. Like, what am I doing as a player? You know, and we talked about this a lot, so everybody knows. You know, I don't think today guys were not trying to play hard. It's one of those nights. You know, they out-rebounded us big time too. Just like small details, things that we have to change. And you know, like I said, we were prepared. The coaching staff told us everything about it. We just played them basically 2 days ago. So that's definitely on us, and we have to just be better.
How much does that lack of communication or effort or hanging your head or whatever you want to call it, how much does it spread, or is it infectious? If one teammate is like that, are you more likely to feel like that as well?
I actually think we do a really good job communicating all that, you know, because sometimes maybe like you just kind of, how you say, like swoop it under the rug or whatever. I think we do a very good job communicating about it and be open about it. Now it's just like the next step for us as a team is to learn from that and actually like change something about it. But with the whole coaching staff, everybody around us as players, the whole team, we do a really good job communicating and talking. So we're trying to figure out the problems. But like I said, the biggest step now for us is to like actually change something. And that's the next step. Obviously, that, you know, the biggest thing is like to recognize your own problems and actually be willing to change things. But you know, we're going in the right direction. But like I said, tomorrow is a big game for us. We are prepared. You know, the coaching staff always like prepares us. We know what we have to do. Now it's just on us players to actually like do that too.
You mentioned, the rebounding obviously was bad, and the second chance points and so forth. Did you notice an upgraded effort on their part on that, in that regard, or was it kind of a lack of maybe attention to detail how you guys?
No, I think they have really great rebounders too. You know, we have to recognize that sometimes we maybe are undersized, that we had to switch, that smaller guys are on bigger guys, and then we just have to like squeeze and, you know, gotta have two guys, because not everybody's crashing, so we need to have two on boxing out. Sometimes it's bad bounces too, but overall, you know, I think we can do better on the rebounding end because we've shown it too.
Okay, thanks, Maxie.
Thank you.